Okay, we're going to talk about shining shoes, making your shoes polished. I'm going to put a challenge to you all. Okay, now, see, what you'll need is a cloth of some sort, some water, polish. First thing you're going to do, give your shoe a bit of a wipe down. Then put on some polish, not much, just a little bit. There you go. That should be enough. Just enough. And just massage it in. Put it on. You can see it smearing away on there. And just set it aside. You know, let that polish dry for sort of 5 minutes. So I'm just going to actually pause this video, let it dry. Once it's suitably dry, just take the cloth, a nice clean piece of the cloth, and wrap it tightly around your fingers. You see, my fingers are sort of quite tightly in there. And then just, you don't need much water on it, but just a little bit of water, enough to make it wet. Okay, just damp it off a little bit on your hand so that it's still wet. With it still wet, we're going to apply the water on our boot, shoe, and circular motions. And you can see that the water's on there, and the water acts as like a lubricant that helps polish the shoe. Okay. And you apply sort of a medium sort of pressure, not much pressure, just a little bit of pressure. And what that pressure does, it just smooths out the polish a little bit. Okay, but it also gets it up to a bit of temperature. And you see, just a little bit comes off, not much. If it gets a little dry, just damp it down again. The one thing that I will say is, you know, this method is called sort of spit and polish, but whatever you do, don't use spit, because spit obviously contains other things other than just water. Lots of minerals in there and everything else, and they'll just show up on the shoe. But you can see, as you're just a gentle pressure, and you can see the moisture still on there, but in actual fact what's starting to happen is that the polish itself is, you know, and there's not much, you know, very little comes off, certainly not as much as we put on. And as you're doing it, you'll see that the shoe itself, the bit that you're polishing, actually comes up, starts to sheen and shine. Okay, and you keep doing that. It's going to take a good sort of couple of minutes to do each layer, and you build up the layers. So you may do this sort of 2 or 3 times. Obviously I polish my shoes each day, every day. So I've built up a good layer of wax on this shoe anyway, so the actual polishing, the time it takes to polish, is reduced. You know, it doesn't take as much time to polish it. Like now, you don't need to, you know, it's nice to get nice and polished. You don't need to put any more moisture on it, you just carry on going, giving it a good polish all around, trying to get all of the areas of the shoe, of the toe cap. You can see it's starting to shine. This isn't actually the best light, but it's starting to to get quite nice and shiny. You can see the light reflecting on it already. It's not quite going to be a mirror shine, but it's going to be a very high polish to it. And you can see already a nice shine to it. And again, not much is coming off. Certainly nothing anymore. With a bit of a shine to the other parts of the shoe. Roughing the other parts of the shoe. Getting into any creases. Again, just a quick buff over that. And then folding the cloth sort of carefully into more of a pad now. You just give it a bit of a wipe over, not too hard. Don't want to scratch the polish off or scratch the polish. You're just giving it a final sheen. And try and go the same direction, sort of a curve, giving it a curve. Alright, and you can see gone from that dull finish to a nice buffed finish. Alright, nice buffed sort of shine to it. Okay, and it is quite reflective. You can certainly see the reflection of the cloth in it. This isn't the best light for it. I should get a better light for it. Maybe if I turn the kitchen light on a bit, you can see it's a nice clear polish. With a couple of other applications on that will come to a lovely mirror spot for polish. So my challenge to you lot is, let's see some clean shoes. Let's see some nice shine on them, and I'll work out some sort of prize.